This video will walk you through how much lawyers cost and how they charge, using real legal fee data from Contracts Council's marketplace. Budgeting for a lawyer can be difficult since prices for services are not standardized, so this video will help you understand costs so you can plan. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. You can find more information in the description, along with a link to find an attorney. We will cover how lawyers charge clients and cost information from Contracts Council's marketplace. We've also added a link below with information on lawyer pricing if you want to know the cost of hiring a lawyer. Now let's get started. How lawyers charge. Lawyers have a variety of ways they charge clients, which typically depends on the type of work they are performing on behalf of a client. Here are some common fee structures you will see. Many lawyers charge clients on an hourly rate for time spent working on a matter. This is typically used when the scope of work is undefined. The way it works is the lawyer will quote you an hourly rate, then log hours as they perform work. Their invoice will equal the number of hours spent, typically billed in tenths of an hour, multiplied by their hourly rate. For example, if a lawyer's hourly rate is $250 per hour and they log 5 hours of work, the final invoices will be $1,250. Many lawyers will offer flat fees to complete work on behalf of a client. This is typically offered for projects where the scope is well defined. For example, if you ask a lawyer to draft a contract for you, they may quote you $800 on a flat fee. No matter how long the lawyer spends on the project, the final invoice will be $800 as long as the project does not go outside of the scope of work. Retainers are commonly used by lawyers, which is a prepayment by the client that is placed in a trust account and used to fund the lawyer's work as they bill hours. For example, a lawyer may quote you $250 per hour for services and require a $2,500 retainer to be paid up front. The client will pay the $2,500 and the lawyer will log time, drawing out funds as they bill the client. If there is any unused funds when the project is completed, it will be returned to the client. Retainers are a tool for lawyers to make sure they receive payment from clients. For ongoing relationships, many lawyers will offer to charge a subscription fee for a certain amount of work each month. Subscriptions are usually billed at a reduced hourly rate, but the upfront payment means the lawyer will be available for services. For example, if a lawyer typically charges $250 per hour, they may offer a monthly subscription for 10 hours of work for $2,000. The client is benefiting by a reduced hourly rate, and the lawyer is creating guaranteed income for their services. Subscriptions are typically used when a business wants to find outside general counsel services for ongoing legal support. Finally, lawyers that do plaintiff work will often charge a contingency fee, which can be thought of as a success fee. Contingency fees are a percentage of any money collected on behalf of a client and require no payment unless the case is successful. For example, if a lawyer represents a client for a personal injury case, the lawyer may represent the client on contingency with a fee of 20% to 30% of the fees awarded to the client. Cost information. Contracts Council is a platform that allows clients to hire lawyers for basic contract drafting and review work, so the pricing data we have is mostly related to contracts. Here is some pricing information for popular contract drafting projects on the Contracts Council platform with their average legal fees. The average cost to draft a prenup is $880. The average cost to draft a business contract is $765. The average cost to draft a partnership agreement is $1,040. The average cost to draft a terms of service and privacy policy is $1,200. The average cost to draft an asset purchase agreement is $1,275. The average cost to draft an operating agreement is $740. The average cost to draft a liability waiver is $635. The average cost to draft a cease and desist letter is $440. The average cost to draft a postnuptial agreement is $965. And the average cost to draft an employment contract is $745. You can find more cost information on contract drafting in the description. Here is some pricing information for popular contract review projects on the Contracts Council platform with their average legal fees. The average cost to review an employment contract is $420. The average cost to review a commercial lease is $705. The average cost to review a NDA is $185. The average cost to review a consulting agreement is $430. The average cost to review a severance agreement is $425. The average cost to review a stock option agreement is $480. The average cost to review a safe note is $540. The average cost to review an investment contract is $705. The average cost to review a book publishing agreement is $440. And the average cost to review a loan agreement is $420. You can find more contract review data in the description. Lawyers can charge their clients in a variety of ways, and we hope you found the cost information helpful for budget purposes. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.